What up?
Make the bad man stop.
Who's here? Alive. What's going on, guys? Ask a question, get the control room. You got me, Johnny Burris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Something pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I like my tape fun to my tape hot. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the train. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Used to run G, Brucey B, Chicken Free. Fuck Master Flex like Fuck Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a trip, same number, same hood.
It's all good. If you don't know, now you know. Here we go. It's been nice. Right in Manila. Good.
I just want you to know, that you know, it's real, but we're about to go top of the world. I just wanna love you. You know you love me. And with all this cash, you forget your man. Now give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. But don't go to shade. Come on, give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy.
All right, 5 more minutes before we jump in. I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. And I wish I never.
It gets better. Ordered another round. It's about to go down. Got shit about to go down. Got shit about to go down. Got shit about to go down.
What up, fellas? What up, ladies? We got more people coming in. Listen to hip hop before. Ooh, Tuesday was good. Manila. How are you guys feeling? More people jumping in. Feel free to tweet at me. Johnny Verse, your questions. I have people already tweet at me now. I got some people at the chat room. Let me pop up my chat room. I'm not reading it. So ask your questions on the right side, and I just answer it. So we'll be doing our Q&A in a bit. Just a little intro. Waiting for more people to come in. I just tweeted out. People are still home. So what's up, guys? I'm John. Doing my weekly webinar training. This week, we will be covering a really special topic, and it's going to be about money. And money, our favorite topic. And it's about how to create that first business idea that's profitable. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want a profitable business idea Plus, a business that you don't need cash, you don't need all this degrees and fluff. Just a business where you can make money and work on it. So we're gonna be breaking that down. I want to thank everyone for coming. I know it's Tuesday traffic. People are probably around, still stuck in traffic on it. So, but whatever. You guys can watch this later. So last week I did a webinar and got great feedback. I'm actually focused now on doing my online course with this really cool software called Teachable. It's basically teaching, coaching, services you can just scale and basically sell. So what's up, guys? Ask some questions here. All right. I see everybody. Let me turn off my music. So what's up, guys? Hello. Anyways, the reason why I chose this topic is because people are always asking this like top 10 questions that people recur and ask. They ask, John, how do I find my passion? John, how do I make money? John, how do I do this and that? And I usually say that same answer. It doesn't change. So I'm gonna give a little breakdown and background on what I did in terms of my story. It worked for me. So you could take insights, take some lessons, and really learn from what I did and how I thought. So usually when people give advice, it's like, hey, you should motivate yourself and take action, but it's really like figuring it out. So my story is that grew up in Manila, young. We went to LA during the Marcos era because our parents took us there. I had three sisters, Teresa, Rosario, Tina. We moved to Long Beach. I stayed with my mom until I got there. They went there first, a year ahead. And then we grew up in the States, and I think that was a great learning experience. One of the things that we realized that having that mindset of thinking and having that mindset of hustling and really learning culture, learning how to think. So that word think, people really need to understand what thinking means. So we'll get back to that later. So I grew up in Long Beach, went to school, middle school, grade school, and basically at 8th grade, my family said we were gonna end up going to, during my graduation of 8th grade, because middle school is 8th grade, we're going to the Philippines, yes. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So my mom and my younger sister, Victoria, ended up moving to the Philippines, and it was like a total shock. I mean, you go to the Philippines, I mean, you don't know what to expect. I mean, it's just like whatever. But I think these experiences really toughen you out and make you realize, seeing the polarity from the US mindset to the Philippine mindset in traveling. So I went to high school in San Agustin. I went to, when I was graduating, I actually did not get into any college that I really liked. So I failed all my 5 colleges. I don't think anyone knows that. I failed all, like UP, your CRC. Basically, I failed everything except CSB. And it was at, we're the second pilot class, and basically they didn't have any students applying. So we were like bottom of the barrel. So what was cool about that is I actually took up this course called Export Management. Not because it was something I wanted to export, but it gave me just like a great environment and just insights on building a great network. I could say college, school, I didn't say education in college and the syllabus. The exposure to the right environment and to the right, people are becoming your peers later. They become CEOs, whatever, managers, owners. That's the great benefit of attending college. And that's why people go to Harvard. It's not because they're smart, all of them. It's because their daddy's connected, their granddaddy's connected, and they're like part of the road crew club, whatever. So I ended up going to CSB, hated it. I was getting ADD. And during that time, I think what I could only think of was I was basically, at the time, I was already DJing, which was great, which was great money, which was, great money at that time. I mean, it was good money. But that's not the story. How I made money before without having to spend money was really two things. I love DJing. I played for gigs about 1 year, 2 years for free. I mean, free drinks, signing, whatever, and built my name to add value. So I was probably the guy with the only record CDs back then, and really, hustled. And what people can do to create any type of value and convert that into income or profitable revenue, you have to create value in the marketplace. So back then, music, club scene was just becoming, different. Back then, it was all techno house. But I brought in all my hip hop records. I brought in all my CDs. I spent money on. But they don't know. But 2 years before that, I was actually like tailgating a couple of DJs, practicing and opening up for gigs. I mean, I would literally play 5 hours and not get paid and still love it. And I would still do that today. But there was a passion that took me there. So what I did is that network I built, that name, that brand, that skill set, I started to raise up in terms of the ranks, in terms of the scene, and got noticed. Again, I didn't have money. I did not have a fat check from my daddy. I did not have any type of dowry. So what I did was I had hustle and I was hungry. So try to take this story. What are you probably great at? And you have a lot of time on your hands. What could you hustle for, add value to the market, and later charge later? I mean, yeah, Puff Daddy was an intern. I mean, the greatest thing about being an intern is you're getting a mentorship for free. Why a mentor? Because he's going to accelerate your learning about any industry 1,000 times more than any college. So when people want to intern, it's not just to kill OJT time or just trying to fill in credits. This is your opportunity to learn from someone who's mastered a skill or an industry in their field, whether they're just A, B, or C, they still master that. They got there for some reason. So one of the things I realized that to really provide, the chances of being successful is you need a mentor. Why? Because you will model success off good mentors. I don't say mentors are all good, but you need to model success from somebody. So you start being around mentors, different people, and you start to pick up, I like this in him, but I don't want to be like that. And you start to pick up a business philosophy. You start to pick up a business acumen. So once I got my break as a DJ, story shows that I basically killed it in the club scene, DJing scene, for about a couple of years and opened up a club. Again, no money. What I did is I leveraged 2 years or 3 years in grinding, promoting parties, doing events without money, but putting value out, charge clients. Because back then, hip hop was huge. I mean, you can charge 20,000 a gig a night, and back then, like that was like superstar money. So one thing that I would like to share is, if you want to create any type of income or value, what skill? When I say skill, it doesn't have to be a college degree skill. It can be like, I'm very good at communicating. I'm very good at cooking. Any natural skill. Everyone has an untapped natural skill. I mean, singing, dancing. Filipinos are great at that. So what I was able to leverage is time. I compounded that time. I compounded that talent. I compounded that 4 years to become that value within that day when I was ready, 2004 or 5, when I had an opportunity come, which was, hey, do you want to open up a club? Great. I was ready. I was prepared. So you don't see these things ahead of time, but you really have to prepare yourself for that kind of mastery. And what was really the aha moment was, it was something I attracted, not because I read The Secret. It was something that I was already, it was predestined, out of all the people I know, like I was doing certain things differently, and I was hustling. And at the time I was also modeling, which was also great money because I traveled. Don't believe me? What up? Yeah, that's my set card. So yeah, modeling was easy money. I mean, easy money. You're being paid to wait, basically. You're like, oh, shoot, like great, and that. Then you get paid. So that was 2003, 2004. Great money, great way to reinvest that money, put it into passive income. And what I did was I traveled. I traveled the world, and I got more experience. I bought more records. I reinvested in seminars, and I reinvested in myself. I reinvested in books. I took all types of educational, self-motivation, whatever, and really built that mindset with all the books. And I still read those books today. So, topic of the day: how to make that profitable, how to create that profitable idea in business. So, before we step onto that, that concept of profitable and that business idea, if you ask that question 10 years ago, let's say 10 years ago, what would be the most profitable idea back then? They would say probably Yahoo, AOL, tech, the tech bubble, stocks, and they'll be right. And if you ask that 20 years ago, what would be the most profitable business idea? You'd probably be a lawyer or doctor or whatever, something, but it's different industry. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, same question, different answer. So today, I want you to be clear when you're going to jump in any business and you're going into the market, you have to remember what year it is. It's 2015, right? So if you're looking at all the millionaires and billionaires popping out of nowhere, what is a common denominator that everyone has in making their money? And I'm saying money, not like Warren Buffett money. That's 60 years. He only made his billions after 40 years. What is that common denominator? What's the common denominator? Snapchat, Facebook, Uber, Airbnb, Twitter, Periscope. So if you haven't figured that out, it's the internet. Why? Why the internet? Do you have any questions? Anyone want to answer this? Why the internet? Because the internet is the future and the present. You do everything with your internet. You're on your phone. You look for your life on the internet. You're basically connected to your internet. Do you know that the internet and the mobile phone is killing the radio and TV industry? I mean, there is more views on Kanye's video versus any cable network. That's why Netflix is killing it. Hulu, Spotify. So, okay, we got it cleared. Internet is the platform. So you're saying, no, why not a restaurant? Why not a brick and mortar? Why not like a salon? I go, that's great. But you wanted my opinion, and you wanted to see, if you were me, what would be great for starting a business that's profitable online without any type of, you can open up business and get to work 2 months from now, like that. So I say that because the internet is like the $1 trillion untapped market. Everything that is connected to the internet is connected to a brick and mortar business. You do not buy shoes in the store anymore. You buy them on Zappos. You do not buy groceries anymore at the store. It's at Amazon. You're starting to see the trend. When was the last time you bought, camera equipment from the store? You go to Amazon. You go to eBay. You look for the best deal. That's why Walmart, Best Buy, Circuit City, big format stores aren't working, because people want to buy from their mobile devices. So if there's no, violent reactions, I can move forward. So I chose the internet because one thing I realized for my business, I'm in coaching, I'm in services, but if I look at the coaches like Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, any successful author, teacher, anyone who inspires, Oprah, what is her medium? It's basically about reaching the most people in her program, right? I mean, what's the point of having a store if you only reach 100 people a day? 100 people a day, 20 people walk in, and you have to depend on the actual day of the week, if there's a sale, if it's payday, and your odds are very, very slim. So we made it clear it's the internet. Now, what businesses on internet can you actually create? You might think, maybe I can create an online store. I go, yeah, that's great. Maybe I can blog. That's great. You can create a eBay account and sell secondhand stuff. You can sell your old stuff on Facebook groups, like an expat group, which I did. Sold all my old stuff. But that's not really a business that's really going to kill it. A business that I think and I feel that would kill it is really a product or service that you don't even have to be an expert at. You don't have to be an expert. You can actually just get the expert and you build the business around them. So let's say, what is our biggest problem here in the Philippines? Hiring, training, high retention, nope, low retention. People leaving a job for another BPO. Customer service, that is a golden nugget waiting to be disrupted. If you see problems, I see dollars. I don't know what you see. So if you take one big problem and you just fix 5% of it, man, you're gonna kill it. So think about it. I'll give you one example. Take this idea, like as if I were gonna do it. If I were gonna solve education, I would make it free, customizable, but for special skills, I would charge that like an app, like a iTunes song, and I'll charge that to millions of people for a smaller price versus 30 students sitting in the room, and they benefit and get the fastest learning from your skill versus a book, because we don't need books in terms of searching history, math, algebra. You have Google, you have Wikipedia that doesn't teach you a skill. You have Coursera, you have Udemy, you have Fedora. You have so many free platforms, and they're making a killing. So there's this course and there's this programmer who basically created a course on how to make apps. Not how to make an app, but just how to start making an app. Just a platform. He's doing about $100,000 a month, 200,000 some good days. He just started last month. He's not a teacher. He taught one skill that he was doing every day, which made him an expert. He found a platform, and that platform basically gave him access to like someone who wanted to learn. So people were searching on Google. This is a secret. Go on Google, go on Google AdWords and Google Trends. Look at what people are searching in your country. Look at what people are searching for. Look at saying how to become then search. You'll see how to become happy. That's a sign. You get ideas? How to become a nurse. That's like 30,000 searches a day. How to become a paralegal. That's 3 great ways to take advantage of that idea. So like, I'm not a nurse. I'm not happy. I'm not a paralegal. I go, so how can you make money with this data? So what people don't know now is you don't need a product to sell. You don't need a service to sell for a profitable business. All you need is a little time and learning from the master. So there's this guy named John Chow. Basically, what he's great at is creating niche sites that no one is serving. No one. I mean, like no one. Like, if you think being a blogger is awesome and not getting paid, that's great. He creates sites for niche. I mean, non-glamorous, not fashion, not beauty. He created maybe like, it's called equestrian supplies. He creates a blog, just one blog. He writes articles. He opens up all social media platforms and creates a community on Reddit, Quora, Twitter, forums, groups, so everyone knows that this blog on my favorite equestrians, whatever, ranks higher. And what he does is he partners with an affiliate. What's an affiliate? An affiliate is if you sell a product of someone else's, you get a commission. So let's break it down. He builds a site. He writes articles. He doesn't even have to write articles. He copies and pastes. He credits them. And he compiles. He curates. He gets about 300,000 traffic a day. And he makes $40,000 a month on his first month. Crazy? It's possible. Google John Chow. So what you just realize is that you do not have to be the skilled one. You don't have to be the greatest writer. You just need to connect the dots. You assemble, you're basically assembler, problem solver. You get a site, you hire someone. There's a site called Fiverr, Elance, virtual assistants, your cousin. You get writers, you look at top articles about equestrian. You copy paste, you can actually credit them, rewrite it, whatever you want, do a blog. It takes time though for Google ranking. And as the time pays off and you learn those things about SEO, about ranking, about these affiliate sites, you start to understand and make money just looking at the computer, making your eyes red. So that is a great example. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is the biggest thing, not multi-level marketing. None of that stuff here. Multi-level marketing, you just go up to people, you talk to them. By the way, trap. I mean, it's great, but you're not making money. You're not scaling. You can't make $40,000 a month consistently. So all you do is maintain that site. You maintain, and once you got that formula correct, you do it again. You do it again. You do it again. You do it again. Repeat, cycle, rinse, dryer. So that is one great idea. I am learning, observing, and testing. I'm not going to tell you the niche, but the niche is underserved. And that underserved market has lots of problems. Again, that is one idea with no experience, with no college degree, with no money. I'm sure you can hustle for some internet cafe time and open up, when I say money capital, like you don't have to build a house or store. You just need time to master it and patience. And you can't be making excuses. So that's like a golden idea. If you take this idea and run with it, 6 months from now, you're gonna thank me. You're gonna thank me. Seriously. And I want to cut of that. So let me get some water. So another business idea, not just because I'm doing it, because I see the way to scale and help more people, not just at one by one, seeing 4 people a day, is creating an info product. What's an info product? An info product is basically a way to help someone fix their problem with your solution, but you're only selling information. You're selling an expertise from your perspective. You don't believe me? Look at how many cookbooks there are. Look at how many diet books there are. Look how many of that information on teaching how to cook something. I have so many books I buy but never open, but look so pretty on the shelf. But I never cooked it. But looks good on the shelf, right? How to lose like all this like weight in 10 days, gluten-free. It's all information. What you're really after is not the money. It's not the ability to make money. It's the information that will finally like click and it's like, uh-oh, limitless time. NZT kicked in. Let's go. So information products. Tony Robbins, 500 million worth. CDs, audiobooks, seminars all day. He just does events. Does like every event, every week, whatever. But he documents it, he licenses it, and he puts it out. Because he can't be everywhere. But you can put products that can, right? Information product. J.K. Rowling, that's information, it's a book. You don't spend any kind of inventory, you don't pay rent, but it's that one idea that can help people. I mean, J.K. Rowling helped people. She created culture. It's like Disneyland. He created like some kind of new thinking. You know, Star Wars, it's $1 trillion industry. Look how many Star Wars babies are there. So use this opportunity to think like, maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe I don't need to go to college. And maybe you don't. And maybe you shouldn't. But don't say I told you. So you have 3 free things right now. You have internet, you have time, and you have no more excuses. So you got to move on. And what I'm learning is that I remember I used to pay about $500 for like audiobooks, $1,000 for packages on online membership. And I'm like, dude, I used to spend that much. But the value and the investment made to that kind of thinking and putting back into me, I mean, yes, you can spend money somewhere else, but the moment you put money in yourself, it's like times 1,000. So info products, if you don't know how to create an info product, there are sites. There are also affiliate partners. For example, I'm a beauty blogger. So beauty bloggers, fashion bloggers who don't make money on their site and post stuff for free and pay for your own clothes, listen to this. You've got to go to find an affiliate marketing link that will pay you for blogging, taking selfies, and wearing their clothes. Okay? You have to monetize. If you're not making money in your blog, you're not monetizing it. It's not because you have passion for fashion. You got to pay for your bills. You got to pay for that. And I'm not saying like you get free stuff, yeah, but you need to pay for your bills. What you need to do is find a niche. Find a niche on what you're really good at. And if you look at the success stories of Michelle Phan, she just did how-to blogs, YouTube. She has $1 million contract like that. Being an expert doesn't mean you have to know everything. You just need to be one step ahead of someone else. And you're teaching that one step in a process, step by step. So you're creating a solution. You're giving them a transformation in that step. If you scale them, imagine she teaches people how to put on makeup like that. And she's killing it. And she loves it. So that is another great idea. Information products. Some text. Get some water. So hey guys, if you have questions, type it down there on the right side. More people coming in. People hit me up on Twitter. So recap, affiliate marketing, which is great, creating sites for niche websites, and information products, or you can sell it. There's also these sites called clickbank.com. They're the #1 affiliate marketing group. Write that down. And you set yourself up. Get a PayPal, get a Stripe account, get a Braintree account. You need to set yourself up because you're going to be paid through PayPal. And there's so many talented programmers, SEO, content from being outsourced in the Philippines that you're actually servicing people over there, making them rich. I go, why don't you make yourself rich? There's a girl who does just Etsy how-tos. She makes $200,000 on her course, her first launch. She made $1 million in 6 months. Tell me that's not possible. She went from homeless, so inspiring, to $1 million in 6 months. Right? So there's no excuse. So again, my point is that to create a profitable, when I say profitable, real money, not just that, direct marketing. I mean, really, you see $200,000 checks every month, and you're like, yeah, let's get this. Another product, podcasts. I mean, people love podcasts. Again, the radio industry, the advertising industry, the TV industry. There is no one watching TV. If you create a podcast on one topic, not like a talk show, on one topic. And I'm gonna base this off successful podcasts that make real money. What's real money? $300,000 a month. Don't believe me? Google John Lee Dumas, Entrepreneur on Fire. Google Pat Flynn, The Smart Passive Income. He posts his income each month. He posts his expenses each month. He does this. He sits down, talks to the mic, interviews great people, teaches people on how to become better entrepreneurs. He even teaches people how to become like a podcast, how to create a podcast. It's called Podcast Paradise. So if I already gave a lot of value here. If you're not taking this, you're Googling him now and have 100 tabs open, you gotta go YouTube him. John Lee Dumas, not Dumas, Dumas. Pat Flynn, Smart Passive Income. Then once you see him, you'll see all recommended blogs. I just follow all of them and you'll like it. One teaches just about how to help people do video blogs, how to do fashion blogs, how to do like nursing. Focus on a niche. When I say niche, I don't say it's not that pie, like quiche. Niche means like if you're gonna create a course, how to create a like 11 benefits for new beginners for women or like single people, because you need to go broad and go single. The more niche, the more reach. Get it? So you can't go in like how to be rich. Like how to be rich with what? How to be rich and how to be rich in LinkedIn, teaching, webinar, interviews. That's one thing. You solve a problem, you get a niche, and it's untapped. You go on Google Trends, Google AdWord Key Planner. No one's putting this work in. This is free information. They charge $1,000 for these seminars to teach you what I'm teaching you for free. So I hope you're writing this down. Coaching, life coaches, doctors, business coaches, training consultants. You do not necessarily have to be in front of the people. You can create a webinar like this and have 100 people, get 100 questions, answer them, reply, and design a course based on the problems. So when you're doing a business, the point of a business is not to make money. That is the result. The point of a business is to solve a customer's problem and pain point, right? Solve a customer's pain point. What's a pain point? So here was a great example I was taught. When you're building a house and you're trying to put up a painting on the wall, are you paying for, and you want to put that hole in the wall, are you paying for the hole or are you paying for the drill bit? You're paying for the result, right? So you pay $300 for a drill bit, drill gun, chargeable, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi to drill that, boom. Then you have a hole, but you actually paid for the hole. You paid for the result. So make sure when you're selling a product, it's creating the most valuable, it has to be problem solving, not because it should be, because we have everything there. You just need to find so many problems that need to be broken. And that's what Uber did, Airbnb. Uber is the biggest company that manages the most cars and they don't even own one car. Crazy, right? And it's already at $60 billion. Snapchat, forget about it. I heard the organic food market is a 80 billion market untapped because everybody is realizing eating meat, processed foods, milk, GMOs, carcinogens, did I spell that right? Pronounce that. Is bad for you and it's causing cancer. That's right. Big Pharma doesn't want to know about that. So organic food, just selling kale, you can be a billionaire selling kale and selling hummus and selling gluten-free bread. You can be a billionaire. Just focus on that market. But you just don't focus on one customer. You gotta focus on how to scale that one customer, of course, internet, to the millionth customer. There's this guy, actually, my sister sent me a link. He is the guy who actually provided the formula for 5-hour energy drink, which I used to love, but I stopped drinking because I drink water now. And he's about 4 billion worth. And what he did is he created like a imagination lab. He created and hired the best inventors. And his vision and purpose is, I want to create solutions for society. I want to help fix poverty. I want to help fix energy. And if you don't propose an idea to me that's helping people, I don't want to hear it. And if it's not helping people, it better be very entertaining. So he hired all like these best gadget inventors, Tesla, Einstein guys, and they had their dream lab. And basically, Google it, like 5-hour energy drink. And basically, they're creating to help civilization. I mean, you're whatever age you're now. Think about your grandkids, your kids, your grandkids' kids. What kind of environment are you leaving for them? I mean, did we get better or worse 10 years ago? I mean, stock market's about to crash. Financial boom again because of Obamaware, whatever. So don't depend on the government. So like there's a little bit more conscious when you're doing the business. Yes, money comes, but make sure the money is also meaningful, that you're solving a problem and you're scaling it. That's why when people go, John, I want to open up a bar, a restaurant, I go, why would you do that? Do not do that. You don't need more bars. You don't need more restaurants. We don't need more of that because it's not solving a problem. For me, that is. I mean, you need better restaurants, yeah, because we love to eat. But if you're just doing that for the one-stop shop, I mean, if you have a vision to be the next, like, Chipotle, that's great. But you're opening it up for the different reasons. So that's a great idea. Podcast, Google it. Podcast, and there's also another thing called Stitcher. So if you don't know where to create your idea, I'm going to give you some free resources. A, Reddit. You know Reddit? Not Ribbit. Reddit. Go on Reddit. Read all of that. Go down and observe what are people's problems. And most of the problems aren't money problems. It's not, third world problems. It's like, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I don't know what to do in my life. It's all not tangible. So what they're looking for is a solution. What kind of solution? I don't know. Try to figure it out. But you'll see other problems. And another way to help other people is teaching a skill that you can master. You don't need to master it like memorize Wikipedia, but master it in a sense where you can turn that skill, how to make really great adobo or create like really good, lumpia, and teach that to someone who really loves it. Because there are a lot of people who want to learn that because everyone stopped making that class. And just do that one thing and repeat. I was looking at Quora or Reddit. Let me look. There's a question said, what's the best city to make money in? It's not the city, bro. It's actually your mindset. They say if you take a millionaire, take all the money away from him, drop him in a different country with no money, no everything, he'll know how to make that $1 million again. He knows how to bounce back. That's why Donald Trump bounces back, because he only knows how to win. Yes, you'll fall and fail, but you learn how to get up, and that's practice. It's like Michael Jordan. You don't learn from the wins, you learn from the failures. Taking that last second shot, missing, but no one remembers those missing shots. People remember that time you killed it and took home the trophy. So it's not, again, the city. If you're looking about the city, if you ask me what is the best city to do business at 10 years ago, it would not be the same city as today, because today the best cities to do business is Russia, Brazil, India, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, all emerging markets. You tell me, no, US is the greatest city to do it. Well, no, it's not. It's not emerging. There's no problems to be fixed. India has the biggest population. China has the biggest population. In demand. Learning how to speak English. Korea, come here just to speak English. So, just look at Quora, Reddit, Facebook, whatever people tweet about and complain, fix their problem. Yeah, you have a problem with your self-esteem? Sure. I am a personality coach expert. And get back to you and go read about personality enhancement and get back to them and say, go to the mirror and look at yourself and say, I love you 10 times and do that for 10 days. And if you feel better, pay me this much. I'm just playing, but you can learn any skill. This is like a cookbook. So that's another great idea. Again, there was this really great, touching Facebook article Sheryl Sandberg tweeted over Facebook. It's about this Filipino girl. Like, they give free Facebook internet, and she basically takes a boat all the way to her province to the computer school to learn how to code. That is hustle. If you have that hustle, man, I wish I had that hustle. It is actually so touching. And those are the things I'm more inclined. I don't need another energy drink. I don't need another diet pill. I don't need another facial, or like denim. You gotta think big. If you wanna be a billionaire, be a millionaire, solve a million problems, solve a billion problems. If you wanna, be a trillionaire, you have to help other people. They don't teach you this in school. You have to help other people make money. The law of reciprocation, the law of compensation. If you hang with billionaires and billionaire friends, because they all do business together. They're like, yo, Henry Ford, what up, Rockefeller? Yo, Vanderbilt, come on, give me some steel. Come on, Einstein, whatever. It's like they're all friends. They're all connected. So you understand the same thing with 5 of your most influential friends. If you are the smartest one, you need to find a new group. If you are the average of the 5 people in your group, you're not learning. Find a different group. Find a mentor. Find a mastermind. So it's starting to click. If you have questions, ask. I see people asking questions. Another one asked, how do you become a fast learner? You can learn fast. Anyone can learn fast. But it's how to use that information and take it to another level. I gave you some great ideas. You can share this and give out more information on how to create businesses. I mean, if I had this information, and if you gave me a note and went into the time machine, DeLorean, and gave this to me at 12, it'd be a different story. But, use this information, run with it. All the new apps, all the new tech startups are solving problems. It's not just selling fashion. It's not selling these random materialistic consumer goods. You're actually buying time for other people. So people ask, like, why Uber? Why Uber? You have a car. You're not actually buying car service. You're buying time for yourself. You're saving 15 minutes from not parking, not spending cash, and time is more worth than money. It is. It's true. So if you're working, if you're working for time for hours, and that is your salary, and you're not making more, you have to reevaluate. Is this right for me? Am I using my time to the most, the fullest potential? If you're working at a desk for 5 years and you're not actually expecting to get wealthy, and it's not about wealth, it's more about growth. It's more about how long are you going to wait before you actually say, fuck this shit, let's go. You can't wait all day if you're not learning. Unless you're in a really high position, yes, but you need to take that power, put it in your hands, run with it. Yes, you'll fail. Yes, you'll learn, but you'll grow faster and further than anyone who hasn't. So they're like, no, what about fear? What about failure? What about doubt? I'm like, what about it? Tell me, what about it? Is that an excuse to stay inside your house and do nothing? So another question. What are some of the good habits of wealthy people? I like that. So habits of wealthy people. I mean, you find a need, you solve it. It's not glamorous. Billionaire tech owns oil, owns different things from Mexico. He does the most unglamorous jobs. He owns like random oil refineries. Of course, oil is great, but there's money to be made in trash. There's money to be made in sewage. There's money to be made in recycling. There's money to be made in anything that you would not put on Instagram and tweet about or put it. There's money to be made in sanitary and services. You get it? I mean, the most non-glamorous stuff makes money. Like, you don't understand. Trash men in the States make a lot of money. And I'm serious. Google it. Ask Mike Rowe. They make a lot of money. The sanitary business makes a lot of money. God, they make more money than doctors. And doctors used to be the bomb. Like, you know, the Wall Street guys, are they skilled? No. They're on the phone just hustling. Consistency, learning, networking. So I hope that answered your questions. The habits is basically model success after successful people and learn those habits. Here's a book, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Dale Carnegie, watch the documentary, The Men Who Built America. Rockefeller, how he started oil, kerosene, and steel, and built the industry of the buildings, the industrial boom. Watch that. Watch the Billionaire. It's a Thai movie. It's about this guy who knows how to create this product, and it's really good. It has subtitles. So that is a great way. Habits of wealthy people, consistency, discipline, and the secret about wealthy people is they don't like the things that the unwealthy people do, but they still do it. They stand in line. They wait up. They don't complain. They get shit done. They don't let their ego get in the way. So wealthy people are going to go above and beyond the unwealthy people. It's a mental thing. We all have the ability to do it, but it's beneath you, whatever. So Richard Branson, he started a record store. He created a record label. He created an airline. He created a Coke, like a version of Coke. He created hotels. He had to sell his record label to save his airline. He's going to space. But isn't it crazy? He's been able to surpass his vision from selling the Beatles records in London, right? I mean, all you need is a start. And I'm not saying the start will not be like rosy. You need to start and grind. You need to put time. It's easy if you think it's easy. It's hard if you think it's hard. So again, those things are what I can synthesize in books I've read. It's consistency. It's reading books. It's no TV. It's no wasting time with people that don't add value. If you have friends in a group that's not adding value, where you can't contribute and learn from, you gotta leave. If you have an environment that's not giving you the proper learning and conducive environment to grow, you gotta leave. You gotta find a way. You have. If you have to, you have to. If you're not in an environment, you gotta make that choice. So I gave you some great like examples: podcast, information products. You know, another one. I had something in my like. What was that? I was thinking. Oh yeah, like virtual assistants. Virtual assistants make money. It's not a lot of money, but you can start. You can start talking to clients, learn how to become their assistant virtually, which Tim Ferriss basically coined in his first book, 4-Hour Workweek. And he outsourced everyone to check his emails, to set up a calendar, set up dates for him, do this, do that. And he learned. But you're outsourcing your biggest time-consuming activities to someone who can handle it, where you focus on the 80-20. 80% of your income comes from top 20% of your clients and the activities that you do. Once you get that out, you can live on a beach and basically do that all day, but you get bored. I mean, I would get bored. I get bored at the beach already at 5 days. I'm like, take me back, I want to do something. So if you have any other questions, we have some followers and people tweeting, great feedback on that. Just want to say thank you guys for coming in. And Other questions. Another question came in. Is it okay not to be excited, motivated, interested too much about anything? Is it okay not to be excited, motivated, interested too much about anything? I don't know if I should take that as a good thing or a bad thing, because I'm not usually motivated or interested about everything, but I am motivated, excited about certain things. So if I were to answer that, if it makes you feel great and you feel that, it really connects, and I'm like, whoa, I am feeling that. And it's not feeling that in my head. I'm like, I'm digging that. Like that music, I love it. Like that's favorite song where you just need to dance. Like, when you play Michael Jackson and Beat It comes on and you just want to do the Billie Jean. That, you're after that Billie Jean feeling. And if you feel that feeling and you chase that feeling, God, that is bliss. So, another question, I like this question. What are the most common ways people waste time? So I'm going to give you one good answer, because I was able to experience this. So I was starting on planning my, content on webinars, the academy, and I realized one thing that created the most distractions to waste time is social media. Why? I don't know. I basically left my phone upstairs. I got so much done. I wake up 4 in the morning and I got everything done by 8. And my day typically ends at 2 or 3, but I got everything done. What I do is turn off my phone, put on silent, leave it upstairs, all my notifications. Social media and email. If it's not a burning house, don't call me. Social media is the biggest distraction. And that's why you should consume it in the morning, because it reprograms your mind to just like reply, tweet, like, comment, ha ha ha. But only if social media gets you paid, do it. But if not, automate it. There's sites like Buffer. Schedule that. I mean, if you're tweeting just to say good morning, if you're getting paid for that good morning tweet, yes, go for it, but don't do it. Let me ask another question. What does it feel to be secretly rich? What does it feel to be secretly rich? I don't know. What does secretly rich mean? May you have money, but again, it's all being relative. What is rich to you is not rich for me. What is rich to the person downstairs is it's all relative. Like there's this tweet or Instagram post. It's like, yeah, he gave you $100, but I gave you $20, but you didn't know all I had was $20 and he had $500. So what the worth and value of that person is, secretly rich is more, I think wealth is not measured in bank accounts. It's not a metric number. It's how many people you can help others in their lives, improving quality and how to live. That's why I'm very passionate about coaching and helping people, accelerating, hacking life so they can provide value for the family, teach their kids, and really create awareness. When I say awareness, whatever they're teaching their kids, they can say, hey, I listened to this podcast or audiobook or this guy on webinar. He had this great idea. Why don't we try it? If you just take one idea, it can change your life. If you follow one idea. Example, Steve Jobs, one idea. Imagine if he was in the garage, he was not expecting to get that. What did he do? He gave his money away, right? That's rich. That is wealth. And that is true wealth because it does not measure a new feeling if you're having $1 billion, $1 trillion, $1 gazillion dollars in the bank, looking at it, gaining interest, if you're not able to help people. And that's really, I think I realize that is really my purpose and everyone's purpose in some way or manner. Everyone has their secret orders. So secretly rich, I don't think you should hide your wealth because wealth is not money in the bank. Wealth is in the heart. Wealth is in the helping. Time is, I can give you advice, it's helping you. Here's a great question. I am 30 years old and want to start my own business. What kind of business venture can I start with $50,000 in my hand? Awesome. Vekev, 30 years old. 30 years old. I mean, congratulations. You have $50,000. I'm actually happy that you haven't saved. What I would actually do is hold that money and see how you can scale and create an idea without having to spend your money. Invest only when you need to and learn that business in and out. Not because I want to create a ice cream shop, one of 10 ice cream shops. Back to my philosophy is solve a problem. Another question. I'm not very smart, but I work extremely hard. Will I be able to succeed? Hell yeah. I mean, you don't have to be smart to be successful. And when I say smart, IQ smart. I mean, you realize there are a lot of abundant people who are not, not smart IQ, but they follow their intuition and they work hard. And that is really, you outwork your competition. Elon Musk says, the reason why I work 18 hours a day, 18 hours is 24 hours in a day, because sooner or later that's going to add up. 6 months of my time, I'm already accelerated for the guy who only works 6 hours a day. So you want to get ahead in life, you move more. You 10x that. You go above and beyond. I've never met a billionaire who does 40 hours a week. It's true. Have you? Because 40 is the minimum. Minimum, meaning minimum wage, minimum success. It's like, this is the minimum. You want to be the maximum, right? So don't expect SSS or the government to build wealth in your wallet, because it's not happening. Another question. What is... Ask more questions if you have any other things in mind. So we basically go on that podcast, helping people, infopreneur, virtual assistants. Again, Fiverr, go on that. India, a lot of Filipinos, virtualassistant.com. There's this guy named Chris Ducker from Cebu who's doing a great job at helping people connect virtual assistants to the clients in the States. They can make $5 a gig, $8 an hour, but they're saving time. If you can save an hour for somebody whose hour is worth $1,000 and they're paying you $20, do it. Because their value of time is different from your value of time. Like I think Bill Gates, he makes every minute $300 or second, I don't know, but it's that. Here you go. How would you start a small business with $2 working capital? Okay, $2, you don't need to spend $2. I would spend my time on creating a business, not money. Because money investment does not necessarily need to be capital equity. It can be time, it can be expertise. So before jumping on the Facebook wagon, money is not what creates value. It is the idea, the inception, and the ability to scale and solve problems. Facebook is solving problems for the advertising world. It's solving problems for the learning world. You understand? People are connected. You can send money, you can send emojis, but you're connecting the whole world. MySpace couldn't do that. Friendster couldn't do that. They were the first social media, but they saw the potential. Again, scalability. You connect 1 million people, you become what they say, what's better than 1 million? 1 billion. Last question. Some people ask some really good questions. Is Ashton Kutcher as intelligent in person as he seems on Quora? I think so, because look, he's got it all. He's got the investments, he got Foursquare, he got the girl, he got Demi Moore. I mean, he's smart, talented, came from a small city, and killing it with the syndication of his TV show, and a producer. I mean, he's doing what I want to do and I love to do. Have fun, make money, enjoy myself, and just like hang out. And he's not stuck as a suit. He's hanging out. He's wearing his Jesus is my homeboy cap. And success is not about money or whatever. It's about having fun and doing it because that's the last thing on your mind because you just want to have fun. If you're not enjoying it, it sucks. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll be doing a couple of cool things within a couple of like updates. Releasing my first test Fedora Teachable course. So sign your email on my site, iamjohnherrera.com, or like my page, Limitless Living, John Herrera. For next week, I'm going to do this consistently Tuesday, because after that, I'm going to be in Costa Rica with Awesomeness Fest and the Mind Valley crew and with my wife. So I want you guys to email me questions, put together. I might jump on Periscope. I might do some of that, but I mean, it's pretty tiring. But I want to thank you guys for giving me an opportunity. And if you like this video, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Please leave a feedback. Please email me at limitlessliving@icloud.com. My website, I Am John Herrera, is coming up next month. Misha and JC are here helping me. And I want you guys to give me feedback and, what are your biggest struggles in life, in pain, in business? What is it that I could answer and help you get to that next level of thinking, being, and doing? And I really want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to be abundant. I want you guys to be loaded, but loaded with, pay it forward. I don't want you guys loaded and just robbed from a bank and hurt people. But I want you to, in this day of age, it's more about helping people first and serving others than serving yourself. Because I have nothing to complain about. I live, I love, and I, limitlessly. So thank you again for your time. Thank you for your tweets. And I want to say goodbye until next Tuesday with John. Bye-bye.